My name is Caroline Cummings, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of RealLead. And we're an internet tech startup company. And what we're doing is we're helping the real estate agent find more qualified leads in real time. Well, in working with the realtors, the most important thing is really to get to understand what their pains are in their market. And so that's what, as an 8-week-old startup, we've been spending a lot of time on researching the realtor market. And so some of their biggest challenges is that they spend 80% of their time trying to find clients. And they sell about an average of 8 homes a year. And so if you add up all the amount of time they're actually trying to find clients versus what their actual return is, it's not that great. So what we're going to help them do is actually generate more qualified leads faster. And how we're helping them is, in a startup, you really want to have the barriers to use of your product as low as possible. So the realtors have to pay someone to take photos of a home, or sometimes do video. They have to then pay someone to design their flyers. Then they have to pay someone to design their website. And they're really dependent on a lot of different people to pull their technology and their product together. So we're making it super easy. When a realtor signs up, we have an exclusive partnership with a company called IDX Inc., which is also headquartered in Eugene, which is where we are. And it will automatically pull in all of that agent's listings, which is huge, because every other site doing similar to what we're doing, they have to manually input each listing. And you don't want to have to have the realtor do anything like that. So we're taking that work out for them, and we're also going to develop the flyer for them and their sign writer already laid out, already with all the text code information, QR codes, things like that, and then they can just send it off to a printer, put it on their sign, and then wait for the leads to come in. So Chad and Jeff, who own IDX Inc., it was their idea, and they brought the idea to me. And I went and did a ton of market research, because that is my background, is marketing, communication, sales. And so I looked and I said, does this idea really have any legs? And they're truly the experts in the real estate technology market. I mean, their company is the largest provider of internet data exchange in the country. So I thought, okay, these guys know what they're talking about. So as CEO, I obviously have added other options to the idea, and it has expanded. So it's been wonderful having collaborators, having people who are willing to say, hey, look, we want to hire you to run this. We want to give you equity. We want to fund you. And we want to be here as technical advisors to help you along the way. I mean, it's an entrepreneur's dream come true. It truly is. Well, starting a tech company in Eugene 5-6 years ago was really challenging. And there wasn't a lot of support going on. So being the starter that I am, I started a pub talk in Eugene with another entrepreneur called SmartUps, and those are the pub talks. And I immediately went to Linda at OEN and said, hey, I don't want to reinvent the wheel here. How can we do this together? And immediately she provided a ton of resources. And right there, what I did was Nathan Lilligard, who's the CEO of Florogenics in Eugene, a biotech company, we said, why don't we just do a call of interest meeting and see who comes? And we put the word out to different tech entrepreneurs, any kind of entrepreneur really, but they were focusing on emerging growth companies, and investors and the lawyers and the bankers and such that really support us, and said, why don't we pull everybody together and just see if there's an interest? I expected to get 20 people. We had 90 people show up. We had more show up than some pub talks get. And everybody was really excited. And what I realized was there were people in my own backyard that I was actually running into in Portland and Seattle, and then they'd say, oh, I'm from Eugene, that really wanted to get support. They wanted help with funding, they wanted mentors, they wanted co-founders. And so now there is that energy happening in the Eugene area. And there are tech companies like RealLead and IDX and Florogenics. And there's a lot of innovation coming out of the university as well. Well, being an entrepreneur in recovery for 2 years after the demise of my first startup was a wonderful time period, because what I got to do is work with other tech startups and work with the investors. I got to see both sides of the fence. And there were a lot of aha moments. Oh yeah, I remember I did that. Or I was able to take my lessons learned and share them with other entrepreneurs, and also help educate first-time angel investors. because I did a lot of that. I did a lot of recruiting of angel investors through my contract with the Oregon Entrepreneurs Network. And so there came a day where I woke up and said, I'm ready. I'm ready to jump back in again. I'm ready to run another startup. And so literally within 10 days, I got 4 offers, just from saying that out loud. And so I entertained all the offers. The reason why I accepted to do RealLead with my 2 co-founders, Chad Barsak and Jeff Cast, is because of the way they approached me. They came to me and they asked me, what does a deal have to look like in order for you to jump? And I listed out all the things that I was looking for. I wanted equity, I really wanted it to be tech, I wanted it to be high growth, it had to be something that I felt really good about. And this deal really provided all of that. And it's fully funded for the first year, which is fantastic. It's nice to say to investors, I don't need your money right now, but I want to keep you posted on what we're doing. And that's what I've been doing as well, even in 8 weeks. I love talking about my failures in Osoeco. So Osoeco was an online Web 2.0, kind of bordering Web 3.0 social shopping site. And it was a place that people could shop together and do research on eco-friendly products. And still a brilliant idea, and still no one has done this, but it's just proof that there's no shortage of great ideas in the world. It's getting the product to market, executing. So some of the biggest lessons that I learned is I did it backwards. My team, we did it backwards. So essentially we came up with the product idea first, then we found a market to serve that needed that product, and then we focused on the team. This time around, we're doing it the right way, which is the reverse way. So it was all about getting the right team first. Then we started looking at the pains in the real estate market. Then we came up with the product, which it seems like business 101, but